Hello everyone, so today I'm actually going to be making a video on just Python tips. I may make a few more of these in that case that this will be in the Python tutorial list as well as its own list for Python tips for anyone who wants to see those. Also, if you want to um, make sure that I make more of these, put it in the comments or on my channel or something and just let me know, hey, can you do another Python tip video and can you put it on this, or a Python tutorial video on this, and I'll try my best to do it as fast as possible. Most likely I'll actually do it no matter what, because I mean there's not a lot of stuff to where I won't be like where I'll say no, I don't want to do that because I just don't want to, because making videos for you guys is good and it's always nice to have some ideas about it. So in this one I'm going to be talking about Boolean values, how to make variables functions from other functions, and just things from importing and making your code kind of shorter and more easier to read. If you're a programmer and you look at the source code, you'll be able to understand things more instead of having like a function that's like a dot b dot c dot d dot e dot f, because like you can have classes inside of classes, so you could find something where like in the A module find the B class, then in the B class find the C class, then the D class, then the E class, then the F, and then do the function F from the E class. And so you could just make that shorter and just put like A. So to make things shorter like that, the first one is you can actually import just something from a class, like from math import square root, and then you don't even have to put math.square root, you can just put square root. Also, what you can do if you don't want to do just from math import only this specific thing, you could do like import math as a, and then you could do a dot square root and find the square root of something. So that's always nice and convenient. Sorry if you guys can hear the cat in the little cupboard messing with stuff. Yeah. Anyways, so that's how you can shorten functions from modules. What if just from like importing them, what if you already have it imported and you want to rename just a specific function? Well, if you import math like we did as a, you can do a dot square root, and we can just name that we'll make something like sqrt for square root, and we'll have that equal to a dot square root. And now we can just do square root, and we won't have to worry about making a really long one. So that's pretty much all the shortening of imported functions and modules. And what I'm going to show you else before I leave is some things about Boolean values, or statements like if statements. If you type in some words from the English language, they'll usually be highlighted as a keyword like from and import, stuff like that, and as you've seen as. Well, there's also some other ones. There's and or, and those are basically used the same way in Python as they are in English. So for example, if you wanted to do something like we'll have x is equal to 10, so then we can do if x modulus 5 is equal to 0, or x modulus 2 is equal to 0, print, well actually that's not a good example of what we're doing, so change that to and. So if x modulus 5 is equal to 0 and x modulus 2 is equal to 0, print hello. It'll print hello because both are true. Now if we did x modulus 5 is equal to 0 and x modulus 1 is equal to 0, which is false, we will end up with it not working. So again, we'll try printing hello, and actually that worked. My bad. Just got out of math 2. That's sad. My bad. Didn't think of that when I was typing it. So if that, and x modulus, let's say like 1 bajillion is equal to 0, because I'm not too tired to actually think of one that would work. And then we print hello. It's not going to work because 10 modulus this is not equal to 0. Now, that's how the AND statement works. What about the OR statement? Well, we can do if x modulus 5 is equal to 0, or x modulus cabajillion is equal to 0, print hello. It'll print hello because one of them is actually true, and that's this one. So this is used for basically if you want to find something when a couple statements could be true, then you want to use this. And if you want to find something that has like multiple things that could be true or false, and you want all of them to be true or you want all of them to be false, you can just use the AND keyword, or the OR keyword, as you see here. So these are actually really useful if you use if you're doing like mathematical equations and things like that. For example, if you go to project Euler.net, it's spelt like this. There's actually a bunch of math challenges and stuff like that for programming. That's not an advertisement, guys. I just like the website. I've only done like 3 of the problems there, but they're pretty nice and fun. A good example of using the OR statement in there was something where I said for x in range of like a bunch of numbers. Well, I used x range, but yeah, don't need to go into that. It was a bunch of numbers that were to be looked through, and I had about 22 different ORs in an if statement, and it took about 4 minutes to run. So even though it worked, it completely worked. I got the correct answer. Even though it'll work, you don't want to use more than maybe like 2 or 3 of these, and that's like giving a lot. If you start getting more than that, like you start getting 21, then you're going to want to make your own function for that. I was too lazy to, but it'll work a lot faster if you make some sort of function or algorithm to do it for you. Likewise goes for the AND statement. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This was probably way longer than it needed to be. Sorry. If you guys want to have me make more tip videos on certain things or just tutorials on certain things, tell me. I'll be sure to make them if I can. And yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Like, subscribe, and all of that stuff that people say at the end of the videos.